Explorers welcome new four-legged friends to St. George Residence Hall. Hello, I'm Justin Gay.
And I'm Nick Palayo. The new fashion district officially opened for business with fun opportunities. We have all this and more coming up on LTV News, where the action never stopped.
Hello and welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Avenue, Philadelphia, and the world.
There is a lot to catch up on in the next half hour, as Sam Long had the chance to sit down with Nicole Bailey from the Career Center about the upcoming job fair. So let's hear the buzz around campus.
On October 12th, an email was sent out about the 200 students with the subject line, "Join the LaSalle Black Market." The email contained a link to a website that offered cards with swipe access to different buildings and rooms around campus. After IT investigated the email, they determined the email was sent by a LaSalle community member, but not from a LaSalle address. Public Safety was notified of the event and interviewed a student subject who admitted he sent the email after a search of the student's room. It was determined that no IDs were produced. The remaining unopened emails have been deleted, and the students who did open the emails have been in contact with IT.
On Monday, September 23rd, LaSalle officially celebrated the opening of the dog-friendly dorm, St. George. The event, officially titled the Purina Ribbon Cutting Event, which was also on the same day as Bring Your Dog to Work Day, welcomed all the dogs living on campus with treats, music, a photo station, and a basket raffle. LaSalle's own pup Scott Angus was there for the celebration, also welcoming all the dogs who will be living with him. This is not the first time LaSalle and Purina have teamed up. The two organizations have hosted events such as Pause for Paws, a stress buster for students held each semester, and a pre-event for the National Dog Show each November.
Research shows that pet ownership for health and stress and provides those students who would benefit from having their pet with them on a daily basis.
What a great event.
Yeah.
To see all the dogs on campus, and it was also National Bring Your Dog to Work Day. So all of the staff and faculty had their dogs around campus, extra special, and I love this Purina partnership.
And Angus was there. Can't get better than Angus.
You can't get better than Angus. I feel like we talk about Angus all the time, but it's
I
so
know.
exciting. Our new pup Scott Angus.
Well, LaSalle has announced that Dr. Brian Goldstein, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, is leaving the university at the end of the month. Goldstein will be taking on a new role of Executive Dean of Rehabilitation Sciences at the University of St. Augustine for Health Sciences in San Marcos, California. Goldstein has spent 4 years as provost as well as 7 years as a faculty member of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. In addition to previously serving as dean of the school, while here at LaSalle, Goldstein spearheaded the accreditation of the university's public health programs and coordinated the development of university-wide institutional learning outcomes and a new core curriculum, among other accomplishments. Dr. Lynn Texter has been appointed to serve in the interim as a national search is underway to fill the provost position. We wish Dr. Goldstein the best of luck in his new role, and we thank him for his service to the University of LaSalle.
Trail cameras have been placed around forested areas on campus as a wildlife research project. Check out what these cameras have captured in our own community, explained by the biology professor and students who are involved with the project.
I think what started the trail cameras was that people weren't able to see the type of wildlife that we have on campus based off of our environment in a city, but what they don't know is that we do have a vast variety of animals that you can see with our trail cameras.
So LaSalle is very unique because since it's in a city, the populations found like in the more grassy nature areas are kind of isolated on an island, so we wanted to see what kinds of populations live within this kind of isolated community.
So we see several different animals that you wouldn't typically expect to live in a city living here on campus, because this campus is very natural in its habitats. We have a lot of fox on campus, raccoons, deer, squirrels, possums.
But also people. We've caught a couple people on them, so that's funny.
Since I started this project, I see a lot of people talking about this, tweeting about this, Instagramming about this, and that's given me a lot of job satisfaction.
How exciting is this
Yeah.
to have I had no idea until this story came across my radar. I had no idea that there were cameras behind the comm center is one of the places. So right behind our studio, there's
Right.
all this wildlife living back there, and they're capturing it on video. And it's really cool to be able to incorporate that into the students' learning.
I know, it's really crazy. Well, the fall job fair on campus is almost here. Sam Long had the opportunity to sit down with Nicole Bailey from Career Services to get more information. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Sam Long here for another interview for LTV News. Today I'm sitting down with Nikki Bailey, the director of the Career Center here at LaSalle. I'm going to ask some questions about the upcoming job and internship fair. So thank you for being on today. Let's just get right into it.
Sure.
So what can students expect to be seeing at the job and internship fair?
So students can expect to see employers there ready to hire for jobs and internships. This year we have 96 registered employers thus far, and it varies across industry. The job fair is being held in Trumark Financial in Gola Arena on October 3rd from 12 to 3. Students can go up, start to talk to employers about potential internships and full-time opportunities. And even if a student isn't exactly ready to start talking about those types of things, we encourage students to attend, start networking, working on those verbal communication skills with employers, and start building their network.
Now, is it open to all majors or is there just specific majors there?
The job and internship fair is open to all majors. There may not be exactly a match for some of the majors here at LaSalle in terms of employers, so sometimes we don't get a lot of laboratories, for instance, for the science students, but we still encourage those students to go connect with people because you never know who they know. So you're building that network. Some of those recruiters, they have a nice tight network, so they might know somebody that student can benefit from talking to.
Okay, cool. What opportunities are usually offered at the fair?
So it runs the gamut from summer jobs to internships, part-time and full-time, to full-time employment.
Okay, so how do you think students should prepare for the event? Should they bring a resume with them?
They should. So it's a good question to ask because we're having a Prepare for the Fair event on Tuesday, October 1st from 12 to 2 in the Union Lobby, where we'll have alums coming back to review resumes, help students tie ties, talk about professional dress, get their resumes ready to go, practice their elevator pitches. And then if a student has a question, they can look on Handshake, which is our online job and internship database. That has a list of all the employers that are coming, so students can review that prior to going to the fair and take a look and see if there is an organization that they have an interest in, and then they would get their resume top notch and print it out, ready to go, dressed professionally, and show up. We're there to help. We'll be there at the front door helping students navigate. They just have to show up.
So if a student can't make it to that meeting, are they able to come to the Career Center and have any help there getting work done on their resume?
Absolutely. So all of our appointments are scheduled through Handshake, our online database, which is accessible through the portal. But if they can't make it to a scheduled appointment, we have walk-in hours daily, Monday through Friday, from 11 to 1 in the Career Center, which is in Founders Hall. And then we have also library drop-in hours from 3 to 5 on Mondays and Wednesdays as well.
Okay. So when do you recommend a student should start coming to the Career Center? What year?
Freshman.
Freshman, right
Yep,
off the bat.
absolutely. So we're here to help you set goals throughout your time at LaSalle, so it doesn't necessarily have to translate into looking for an internship or looking for a full-time position. It could be just to set goals for what you need to do for your freshman year to plan for that internship. To start building your network, to build up your LinkedIn profile. So it really runs the gamut of the career development process. We're there just to talk you through it, help you, connect you with resources to help you with that.
Yeah, that sounds super helpful. So one more time, where is it being held and what time?
The Fall Job and Internship Fair is being held on October 3rd from 12 to 3 in the Trumark Financial Center, Tom Gola Arena.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. Very
Thank
helpful
you.
information. I'll be there. I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Well, Nick, I think she offered some really good insight into, the career fair, and I hope everyone goes and checks it out.
I agree. This is definitely a campus opportunity in the fall and in the spring, but for those students looking for jobs, internships, practice their elevator pitch, all those good things, this is definitely a time to check out during free period. Well, it's time for our first break, but coming up, a presidential candidate orders the wrong cheesesteak while stopping in Philadelphia. Stay tuned.
I'm kind of lost to an egg.
An egg?
An egg.
How does a general lose to an egg?
The internet to an egg.
There is a show for that. It's called Backstage Pass.
See the new library plan?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, doing stuff in the library.
Oh. In the library?
Yeah.
The new library.
There is a show for that called LTV News, where the action never stops.
I wonder how the basketball team.
There is a show for that called Sports Live.
So are you a Carson Wentz or Nick Foles guy?
More of a Nate Sudfeld team.
Oh, really? Interesting. Wonder where we can hear about Philly sports.
There's a show for that called Sports Talk Philadelphia.
You like Family Feud?
Yeah.
You like all shows like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if LaSalle has a show like that. That'd be kind of cool.
There is a show for that called Q&A.
I really wish that we could just display our talents.
Yeah, me too.
There is a show for that called Explorers Got Talent.
All this and more on LaSalle TV.
Oh my God, I swear, these sports show hosts just get dumber and dumber as time goes on. I can't believe people are actually paid money, real money, more than what I make at my job to say this stupid stuff. I can't believe this crap. Oh my gosh. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. This is just, how can they even...
Hey, what you doing?
This stupid sports show. These people have no idea how the game of basketball is played. Not at all.
Hey, you're not you when you don't watch LaSalle TV. Here, let me show you.
Have much more left, but the only reason why for everyone else it's a one-year left. Talk Philadelphia here on LaSalle TV. I'm your host, all that goes.
Feel better now?
Better. You're not you when you're not watching LaSalle TV. To stay up to date, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Welcome back. On Monday, September 23rd, a new partnership between Septa and Philadelphia-based startup Wash LB brought the company's services to parking lots along the Lansdale-Doylestown lines. Septa Regional Rail commuters who park their cars at the station for the day can get a reasonably priced car wash while they are at work. All of this works by using Wash LB's app or website. Interior and exterior car washes can be scheduled between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. at select stations. For a basic car wash, pricing starts at $10 and riders can park anywhere in the lot. Car owners do not have to leave their keys unless they are getting an interior wash and detail. Keys are dropped off and picked up at nearby locations provided by Wash LB.
Philadelphia's new fashion district is now open. The fashion district is located in the heart of downtown Philadelphia and spans over a 3-block radius. It is also conveniently next to Reading Terminal Market and the Philadelphia Convention Center. The fashion district features some of Philadelphia's best destinations for food, film, fashion, and fun. You can find out more about the fashion district at fashiondistrict.com and what the new district has to offer for locals and those who want to stop in to check it out.
On Wednesday, September 18th, the Philadelphia Art Museum opened the Old North entrance that had been closed for nearly half a century. Closed since 1975, the dramatic entrance leads to a tiled, vaulted walkway more than 600 feet long with a 24-foot-high ceiling running across the length of the museum. All has been refurbished, redesigned, and rethought. As the museum moves forward with its core project, the opening of this new area will allow thousands of square feet of new gallery space. The vaulted walkway becomes a key throughway for getting visitors where they want to go. When the core project is complete, visitors will be able to move from the walkway into the main museum.
Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang was in Philadelphia on Tuesday, September 17th for the first ever Workers' Presidential Summit. Yang, along with a handful of other Democratic candidates, talked to local union members at the convention center about their vision for workers in the United States if elected president. After the event ended, Yang was spotted at Jersey Mike's ordering a chicken cheesesteak. While that might be normal in any other state, Philadelphia is the home of the cheesesteak. Philly natives did not respond kindly on Twitter, saying, quote, "Man, there is no way a real Philadelphian can vote for you now. And dude, get out Yang. Jersey Mike's cheesesteak is an insult to all of us," end quote.
Well, Function Coffee Labs provides a unique approach to brewing coffee using science. Julie Wood had the chance to attend one of the cafe's workshops. Check it out.
Function Coffee Labs is not your average coffee shop. Located in the Bella Vista neighborhood of Philadelphia, this cafe highlights science-made coffee. A co-owner of Function Coffee Labs uses a scientific approach to make unique coffee creations, due to his background in mechanical engineering and teaching physics.
So we sort of measure more things than most people when they make coffee. It's just like in general, we just have like slightly higher quality equipment that has better consistency in terms of temperature stability and like consistent flow rates and things like that. We just sort of try to apply general like engineering principles to make sure that the coffee always tastes as good as possible consistently.
Inspired by the owner's travels, Function Coffee Labs incorporates elements from the many coffee shops they explored around Europe. The cafe even holds workshops so customers can explore different coffee options of their own, trying out various flavors and listening to the way each cup of coffee was carefully prepared.
We do typically have some like evening workshops on like, you know, how to get the most out of your pour over at home, or differences between cold brew and iced coffee and kind of how to make the best cold coffee. And then there's evening latte art classes that are available every weekday.
Even if you're not an avid coffee drinker, the cafe serves other types of beverages and snacks, while also providing an eclectic atmosphere for customers.
We're always here to kind of try to help people do better at making coffee, or here, you know, even if you don't care about coffee, we just give you a smile and help you have a good start to your day.
For LTV News, I'm Julie Wood.
I'm a big coffee fan. I know you're not really a big coffee fan.
really.
So I'm like all over the story. I really like the story. Julie was talking about the latte art classes that they have.
Yeah.
Starbucks should offer latte art classes here on campus.
I
Starbucks
know.
or Saxby's, one or the other, should offer that. I think a lot of students would like that.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
also have other workshops at the lab involving science and really cool things going on there.
Right, well, coming up after this last break, the first celebrity has been sentenced in the Varsity Blues case. We'll be right back.
Yo, bro, what's good?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
When'd you start smoking?
Smoking? It's a jewel, bro.
It's a jewel?
Yeah.
Listen, you might as well be smoking cigarettes. When you start juuling or vaping, you're 4 times more likely to start smoking cigarettes.
Is that true?
That's very true. Give me the jewel. You don't need it.
To learn more about e-cigarettes, go to thetruth.com.
Exposure to blue light can mess with your sleep and memory cycle, so make sure you limit your screen time at least 2 hours before you go to bed.
You know you watch. You shouldn't be watching this. You should be watching LaSalle TV. Hey, watch LaSalle TV. You know you watch.
Man, Keegan's taking this You Know You Watch thing way too seriously.
You know you watch LaSalle TV.
Welcome back. NBC Universal announced last week that they will be launching their own content streaming service named Peacock in April 2020. This news has hit shortly after the announcements of Disney Plus and HBO Max. Peacock is expected to be the exclusive home to several popular shows such as The Office, 30 Rock, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Downton Abbey. Currently, The Office on Netflix is the most popularly streamed show on any streaming service. Comcast, the parent company of NBC Universal, is expecting many to drop their current streaming platforms to pick up Peacock when it debuts with some of the most popular streaming series.
New phone, who dis? That's right, it's me. Apple has announced the new iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. The new model premiered a triple camera system that shoots 4K video, has an ultra-wide camera with night mode feature for dimly lit areas. The Super Retina XDR displays allow the phone to white balance to the room it's in to ease the eye. The new fastest chip ever in a smartphone allows for 20% faster speed while boasting the battery to last 15% longer. Privacy was another feature upgraded with stronger facial ID and strong encryptions on locations and messages. iPhone 11 Pro is on sale starting at $600 with trade-in or nearly $1,000 without.
Felicity Huffman was sentenced to 14 days in prison for her role in the college admissions scandal. This past week, the Desperate Housewives actress, along with 13 others, pled guilty back in April and has now been charged with conspiracy to commit mail and honest services fraud. In addition to 2 weeks in prison, Huffman will pay $30,000 in fines, complete 250 hours of community service on top of a year of supervised release. Full House actress Lori Loughlin is among the other 33 parents involved with the scandal. Unlike Huffman, Loughlin pled not guilty to the charges. Although being offered a plea deal, Loughlin and her husband await trial and could face up to 20 years in prison, each if found guilty.
New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham proposed a radical new initiative to help all students in the state attend college. The plan, known as the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, will provide all residential college students who wish to attend one of the state's 29 public universities with free tuition, regardless of their household income. While many believe that the plan has good intentions, they feel that the notion of all students being able to get free tuition negates the fact that tuition and fees are only part of the full expenses one pays for college. With this plan, lower-income students will still have to pay for books and living expenses, continuing to leave them at a disadvantage over wealthier students whose tuition will also be paid for under the new plan. The proposed initiative will cost between $25 to $35 million each year and is expected to serve 55,000 students annually.
Have you ever wondered how the Vice President of the United States travels? Justin had the opportunity to step on board Air Force Two and speak with the crew. Check it out.
We're at Joint Base Andrews today, where we were given rare access to the aircraft that carries the Vice President when he travels around the U.S. and the world. Let's step on board Air Force Two. As you board the C-32 aircraft called Air Force Two, only when the Vice President is on board, you will find that this is not your typical commercial jet, as Lieutenant Colonel Nick Rittenhauer describes.
I fly our nation's highest leaders all around the world.
The Vice President's compartment contains a sofa, desk, bathroom, and map of the world. There is also in-flight communications that allow time for work and relaxation.
Provide communications for the parties that we fly on these aircraft, whether that being internet connections, direct TV, movies. We pretty much enable them to do whatever they do in their home offices, in offices down in DC, here on the aircraft.
The second in command, as well as other people aboard, are well taken care of by the cabin crew.
Unlike our commercial flight attendants, we also shop and prep for any meals that we make on board. So we prepare them and we store them, as well as loading and offloading any luggage or anything that goes into the belly.
As you walk to the back of the aircraft, there are seats for Secret Service and the press. When asked if his job in the cockpit gets boring, Colonel Rittenhauer says,
It really does not, because every mission we do is unique and difficult in a different way.
As we learned today, a lot goes into maintaining this aircraft, and it is important to our executive branch of government. It continues to be an icon in the sky. Reporting from Joint Base Andrews, I'm Justin Geck, LaSalle TV News. Nick, well, this was an opportunity of a lifetime. I'll never forget like this.
What was your tell me the story behind, how did you even get the story? What's your connection?
I mean, this has been a year in the making. I, had researched online about who flies these aircrafts and got in touch with the Air Force Squadron Group and got in touch with their media relations person and kind of were going back and forth, and then, I don't know, we kind of lost touch, and then over the summer, got back in touch and we were able to accomplish and do the story. And everybody was extremely kind, gave me a lot of access to everything.
And I think that one question we're all thinking is, did you see Vice President Pence when you were there?
Unfortunately not, but being a journalist, I had questions prepared even if that were a possibility. I was hoping, but they were getting another plane geared up, so I was hoping maybe he would come.
Maybe he would be in the way. All right.
But yeah.
Cool story.
But yeah, it's time to transition into trends.
What's trending?
The highly anticipated Area 51 raid finally arrived on September 20th, and while 2 million people said they would participate, 150 actually showed up for the event. The Facebook event that went viral over the summer and was ultimately taken down on social media prior to the event's date invited people to storm Area 51 in search of aliens rumored to be hidden there. The invite invited as many people as possible, saying, quote, "That can't stop all of us," to keep people from entering the secret government site. Neighboring towns held festivals for those who traveled far to participate in the event, and law enforcement stood outside, stopping anyone who tried to run into Area 51. I think LTV news story in the making here. I think we need to travel there.
I'm just, 2 million people, 150 show up.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty sad. But
I think we should have been there because I would have stormed into there.
You would have stormed it?
Yeah.
You would have risked being,
I mean, if I can get on Air Force 2, I can get in there. We've got government clearance.
You're our expert now. Secret government locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Next stop, Area 51. Next week.
Exactly. Well,
send someone down there.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that having the festivals too, these neighborhoods, these communities were like getting ready for people to come, and no one actually showed up.
Well, there's always next year.
There's always next year. Well, that just about does it for this episode, but be sure to find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook page. We love thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
Oh, gosh. Well, if you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube as well as on our LaSalle TV Philly page.
Until next time, for Justin, Sam, and the entire crew, I'm Nick Palaio. Thank you for joining us here on LTV News, where the action never stops.